Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Jurnee Taylor. Here are some of the stories we're bringing you right now. We're focusing in on Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders' new phone-free school initiative. We'll show you how many school districts are adopting it and some policies that come with it in just 2 minutes. And the remnants of Debbie is moving north. More on how the new community is preparing to weather the deadly storm that left parts of the southeast underwater coming up. And potential homeowners are facing some sky-high prices when it comes to buying a home. We're taking a closer look at just how hard it's gotten so far this year. Well, we hope you've been enjoying your Friday so far. And before we get into some of those stories, let's of course check in with weather. We have meteorologist Nathan Scott who joins me now. Nathan, it is the weekend. Please share us some good news.
Good Friday afternoon to you, Jurnee. The weekend is approaching, and I think you're really going to like the forecast for your Saturday. Right now, it's feeling pretty good out there. You step outside, it's not too humid. Temperatures are pretty much into the 80s. We do have some of those fair weather cumulus clouds bubbling up. It's 79 right now in Clinton. That's the cool spot on the board. 85 in Arkadelphia, 87 in Pine Bluff, and 84 in Searcy. What does it feel like out there? Well, it doesn't feel too bad, and that's just because the dew points are into the 60s. These numbers are going to drop even lower going into the weekend. I'm going to have more on the weekend forecast coming up, but those clouds are not producing any rain at this time. But we will have the opportunity, I think, of some rain getting into the second half of the weekend. But here's your highs today. Temperatures upper 80s to low 90s across the board, maybe only low 80s in North Arkansas. I'll have more on the chance of rain coming up over the next 7 days and also talk about some really nice weather to kick off the weekend.
All right, Nathan, thank you. We're bringing you the very latest out of the city of Wynne. After passing the certification, a petition to oust Mayor Jennifer Hobbs will be on ballots this November. Cross County Clerk Mary Beth Sanders certified the petition. The group collecting signatures say they're upset with how Mayor Hobbs responded to the city's needs after the March 31st tornado. More than 1,000 people signed the petition. Right now, we're taking a closer look at Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders' new phone-free initiative. We're also hearing the governor herself talk about the pilot program. Governor Sanders says 180 districts, or 75%, have already signed up. The program pays for pouches that students put their phones in and also covers costs for the telemental health services. The governor says this is the start of a long battle.
I see the impact it is having in my own home and across our state. Our phone-free school program is a great first step to promoting it statewide, and it could not get here fast enough because our country has been experimenting with unregulated smartphone use for more than a decade. And unfortunately, the results have been absolutely devastating for our young people.
Education Secretary Jacob Oliva partnered with the governor on this program. He says his department is also teaming up with the University of Arkansas to study results from the first year it's implemented. The debate stage is set. Willie James Inman has more as former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris confirms that they will debate at least once in September.
Vice President Harris and former President Donald Trump have agreed to a face-off on stage next month.
I think it's very important to have debates.
At a lengthy news conference Thursday, Trump suggested 3 debates, while Harris confirmed she'll take part in at least one, scheduled for September 10th.
I'm looking forward to it and hope he shows up.
During Trump's news conference, he issued a series of dire warnings.
We have a lot of bad things coming up. You could end up in a depression of the 1929 variety, which would be a devastating thing. Took many years, took decades to recover from it. In my opinion, we're very close to a world war. We have people that don't know how to handle it.
As he continued to personally attack Harris.
Kamala, who, by the way, is worse than Biden, and she's actually not as smart.
Harris and running mate Tim Walz campaigned Thursday in Michigan alongside members of the United Auto Workers.
The true measure of the strength of a leader is not based on who you beat down, it's based on who you lift up.
Harris and Walz campaign in Arizona Friday as they continue their battleground state blitz, while Trump holds a rally and fundraiser in Montana. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
And Montana is a reliable red state. Republicans are hoping to flip a Senate seat there. Meantime, Harris and Walz head to Nevada tomorrow with a campaign stop in Las Vegas.
To say it was disappointing is an understatement. We just pray for the folks who did this damage and hope they realize what they've done and they don't do it again to anyone else.
A string of copper thefts in Central Arkansas hits North Little Rock. It's caused an estimated $6,000 in damages after someone stole copper at the Rose City ball fields. North Little Rock police officer Shelby Hunter is the director of the city's Police Athletic League, and he says he and many others have put a lot of work into these fields.
Since 2018, we've been going step by step, year by year, making improvements that you see now. And so for someone to do that, it's just a step backwards. And, you have to wonder, do you have a compassion for kids at all?
It's still not known whether the thieves were caught on camera, but Mayor Terry Harderwick is offering a $2,000 reward leading to the arrest of those responsible. In more developing news, one family is sharing their frustrations and speaking out about the ongoing issues they've experienced while living at an apartment complex in North Little Rock. They tell us they issued multiple maintenance requests and still no help.
We've been dealing with the flooring issue where anywhere that there's water, it seems like the flooring is caving in. We've dealt with black mold. My husband, his foot fell through the kitchen floor, and now all they put down was plywood and a little piece of what looks like white poster board.
Stephanie Sissom says she has filed 33 maintenance requests at the Overbrook Apartments off JFK near Indian Hills, but she says none have been fully fixed. We reached out to the owner of Overbrook Apartments, RR Living, who sent us a statement saying in part, quote, "While any private home or apartment community deals with normal maintenance needs, we take that extraordinarily seriously. In this case, we have offered the residents to transfer to another apartment or even to another community at our expense," adding they, quote, "are committed to making sure they are satisfied and comfortable," end quote. Another teenager is arrested in the alleged ISIS-linked terror plot planned for one of Taylor Swift's now canceled concerts in Vienna, Austria. Ian Lee is tracking the investigation with the 18-year-old now in custody as the third person.
Austrian authorities said the 19-year-old suspect arrested Wednesday morning has made a full confession after being accused of planning a terror attack targeting a Taylor Swift show in Vienna. Law enforcement says his plan was to use bombs and knives to kill as many people as possible outside the stadium. According to officials, he quit his job on July 25th, days after pledging himself to ISIS, claiming he had big plans. Police say they found hydrogen peroxide in his home, which can be used in the manufacture of explosives, as well as various bomb-making components. A 17-year-old suspect was also arrested, who was allegedly employed a few days ago by a company providing services for the concert venue. A source telling CBS News that investigators also found an emergency siren device, which could have helped the suspects impersonate police. With no show to attend, yesterday Swifties sang in the streets of Vienna instead, swapping friendship bracelets, even gifting some to police. On Thursday, Austria's chancellor said the suspect had planned to create a, quote, bloodbath, rivaling similar attacks in recent years targeting Moscow, Paris, and Manchester. Former counterterrorism official Samantha Vinograd.
There does not appear to be an ongoing threat to the public emanating from the individuals that were arrested in Austria.
Yesterday, UK officials confirmed that Swift's upcoming shows next week in London will go on as planned.
Last night I was panicking a little bit, but I think we took a few hours, we calmed down, and I think we're now feeling good about going again.
Swift's 5 shows will take place at the historic Wembley Stadium starting next Thursday before she heads back to North America. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Still ahead, the remnants of Debbie is moving north. More on how the new community is preparing to weather the deadly storm that's left parts of the southeast underwater, coming up in 3 minutes.
And for our August weekend, not looking too bad. Temperatures will not feel like August out there. They'll be into the 80s and the humidity will be very comfortable. The only fly in the ointment would be the chance of maybe some rain, especially on Sunday. I'll explain why that is the case and how long these cooler temperatures will be sticking around coming up.